Well, joining me this morning is Mark Bliss, author of The Flynn House Murders, and we were just trying to make a little stand here so we could show off your books, and our stand didn't work too well, so we're going to have to just show them off like this. So let's talk a little bit about, those are the first two, about your newest book that you have just published. What is this one?
This is The Flynn House Murders. It's set against a backdrop of a vacant theater, like the Broadway Theater, and features a house, which is like the Glenn House. My book's called The Flynn House Murders, so you can kind of get the connection there and everything. So yeah, I love writing. I started writing these mystery books when I retired from the Missourian in 2019. Yeah,
that's awesome. And so is there a little bit of a background that you can kind of give us into the murders of this one?
This one here involves a would-be mystery writer who happens to be in this vacant theater that is very much like the Broadway Theater in Cape Girardeau, and sees a stranger, and it leads to a bunch of different murders and they all kind of connect together, and also weave in homelessness and into that too. So my character, while it's a fictional city, Elmwood, I base it a lot on Cape Girardeau. Yeah. And particularly the downtown and the historic nature of the downtown.
That's cool. And so this isn't the only one that is based on Elmwood, correct? Your other books,
they're all based on Elmwood.
All based on Elmwood. Right. Do they have the same characters, or are they different?
Yes, they have two newspaper reporters, the mayor, police chief, a lot of the same characters are in all the books. They all are different mysteries, and they all kind of take from the Cape Girardeau community and Cape Girardeau history. Yeah.
And so for the characters, do any of your characters resemble actual people in the Cape Girardeau area?
I take different characteristics from people, but as I pointed out to one of the former Cape Girardeau mayors, don't take this personally. So yeah, I take different characteristics. I sometimes take different names. My editor's name is Landsman, his last name is Landsman, and he was the one who built the Common Pleas Courthouse. So I take some of these different history things and kind of weave them into the book. Some of the history of the so-called fictional Flynn House is very much like the Glenn House. And that kind of thing.
I like that. I think that that's a neat way to incorporate, parts of Cape into your fictional book. So how can people go about getting their hands on this one and then any of the other ones that you have?
They're on Amazon and Kindle. People can also reach out to me, direct message me on Facebook, and I'm happy to, if they're in the area, I'll even deliver them. So I'm going to have some book signings later on. They're not all scheduled at this point. I'm hoping to have one up at the Broadway Theater because that was one of the things that really inspired me to write this book, all the controversy over whether to save the theater or not, and it's a wonderful theater. So.
Right, that is super cool. I feel like these books would definitely be the ones that you keep grasping at, and you want to learn more, and you want to get into the end. That is super neat. So Amazon,
Kindle,
and
then like I said, I'm going to have some book signings later this year, and also a lot of people know me. If you direct message me on Facebook, I will certainly get you a book and sign it.
Yeah. And people can find out, next writing adventures that you have on your Facebook page. Is that where people can find out about that?
Yeah, they can find out about that on my Facebook page. I actually got two. I got a personal Facebook page, and then I've got an author Facebook page. And if you just Google in the names of the books, Google in The Flynn House Murders, all of this stuff will come up. And you can see all of those, so it's great.
That's awesome. Well, thanks so much for joining us on The Breakfast Show, too. These books sound super interesting. I love the way that you've been able to incorporate Cape Girardeau history and the community in your book. So you guys should definitely check out The Flynn House Murders and the other books that Mark Bliss has authored. That is super awesome. Thanks so much again. We'll be back in just a bit.